Hey guys, welcome back to ADP Art Creations. Let's get it cooking tonight. Well, I'm gonna be on the D block, but I'm 30 minutes from the D block. Okay, so tonight and part morning, whatever, I wanna talk about Angel Reese rising through the noise, right? But before I do that, guess what, guys? I got my shea butter package. I got it. And let me tell you what happened. A little bit about my testimony of what happened, right? So I did something behind the scenes to bless someone, and I wasn't expecting nothing back. I wasn't. But that person took it upon his heart to send me this shea butter, right? And somebody, because their birthday is in 29 minutes, my daughter Yanni is trying to get the shea butter because she said it smells so good through the package. So I'm gonna open it um in just a second and let you guys see it. And she does have sensitive skin, so I told her she could try a little bit, but we're gonna have to order her some, especially for her skin and for our hair, because we gotta have it for our hair too. We need it for our hair. But I wanted to talk about Angel Reese rising through the noise. What does that mean? Well, we're gonna take a look at her mental. We're gonna talk a little bit about. Hey, Jay Capone, how are you? We're gonna talk a little bit about some of the things she went through, starting with her last year at LSU of dealing with the hate and the rumors from them sending it to her family, like all of the stuff her family had to see, her uncles, everybody had to see. And then talking about her 1.9 GPA, talking about her GPA, talking about rumors she was pregnant, all this kind of stuff. And then to the point where she just couldn't take it anymore and she breaks down on a presser and, saying, people don't understand what she's going through, especially at a young age, a college student, been playing ball most of her life, you know what I'm saying? And she wins the championship the year before, and that was the beginning of it all because she won it against the great Wright Hooper, right? Um, I'm great, can't complain. I'm blessed, here to support you. Thank you, Jay Capone, because I'm gonna have to be on the D block some of these days or whatever, And so we she goes to LSU. She wins the championship the year before, and she faces a lot of drama. This is where the real drama hits and the real hate starts. It's in that year that she won that championship. So it's like, to me, every time Angel achieves something, she's not able to enjoy it because the hate overtakes her accomplishment. She can't even enjoy just being her. She's young, she's still making waves, she's still opening up, her skills are still steady coming, right? So we can't just put her in a box and say, okay, she's not able or she's not allowed to feel the way she's feeling, right? So she goes through the championship. She goes through her last year of dealing with the rumors, dealing with, no longer being able to communicate with certain people or certain players like she used to because of the things that changed in the atmosphere. We all know what that's about. We already know we don't know the exact details of what happened between her and another player, but we can just tell that they respect each other outside of there, to my knowledge. But then I seen some little shadiness as one of the players decide to say something. Sometimes when people ask you about stuff and you already know that this person is receiving this type of hate, you can't feed into the narrative. Sometimes it's just best not to say nothing at all, or say, well, you need if this person was here, let us talk together versus me talking about that person and they're not in the room. I cannot stand that, guys. Like, if you have a problem with me, come to me before you go to somebody else telling it. It doesn't work out. It never works out when you do it that way, right? So we run into that for her last year. She starts in the W. Let me tell you, she brought me to the W. Of course, I knew all of the WNBA players. I was aware of the WNBA players, but my focus was really on the Chicago Bulls. I was a Chicago Bulls fan up until Jordan left. When Jordan left, I took a break from watching basketball, period. Then when Steph came, I'm like, oh my gosh, this dude is tight. 3-pointers, he was at number 7 in the draft. He didn't know what was going on, whether he was going to get picked. He didn't know who he was going to get picked with through the Warriors. He got his own testimony too. So he didn't just hop in there and be the great player that he is today. That comes with trials and tribulations, that you got to get through. That comes through slumps that you got to get through as you move forward. So okay, we get to her sophomore year in the WNBA. Well, here go more haters. Haters getting real crazy. The YouTubers want to come up here and they want to, talk about the different stuff that she's not doing, the stuff that she's doing, just pure hate, don't even know who she is, don't even watch the game. The fake fans that come up and they're talking on this channel, doing these crazy pictures, telling all these lies and tales or whatever. But when I started watching the WNBA, I needed somewhere to go where I can discuss the WNBA, be free to express what's going on, because I was super excited to watch her play. And what got me to watch her was when I watched her at LSU. I watched her when she played at LSU. I didn't watch her when she played for Maryland and stuff. I didn't know about that before, but once I started being a fan of hers, I learned all that coming into one, right? So I think that, when it comes to Angel Reese, I think people misunderstand that she doesn't know who she is. She knows who she is, but the constant hate and everything that she has to deal with, it's no joke out there. Like, it's real talk. We don't even get to see the behind the scenes because, that's real personal to her. And I can't imagine, what she could be going through or whatever. So we get into the WNBA. I found KSAP's channel, and I was like, this dude is getting fired up about the WNBA. He's getting fired up about Angel Reese. I'm like, who is this dude, right? And so I go and I watched them here, and then I went back and I watched them again, and then I'm like, okay, this is gonna be my YouTube home, because you're able to express whatever you want to express. You know what I'm saying? You can get on the panel, you can say whatever. And I was nervous. I was real nervous on getting on panels and everything, and for the case out community to take out the time to help me, get my StreamYard, giving me ideas and motivation, that was a blessing in itself, right? So I go to his, I go to his channel. We all in the chat. We having fun. You get on the panel. You having fun, or whatever the case may be, right? And the season starts up. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I don't know what's going to happen, but I just believe in Angel Reese. Sometimes, you can look at people. If you have like a type of discernment, you can kind of look at people and you can kind of tell their character by, what they say, give you 2 or 3 days or even 1 day, and a person will show you who they really are by just the way they carry themselves and the way they're talking. Well, I not only look at her basketball. Yes, she has fashion. Yes, she has all this other great stuff. She got her, her podcasts and stuff. I started watching her podcast, which took off, and it's phenomenal. It was great. I love Angel Reese podcast. She had different people for every walk of life. And that's what we forget. Sometimes when we get up in the world, we forget about the people that surrounds us because everybody has different stories. But she took those people under her wings. It didn't matter what people said. If they didn't want the people on her channel, she still had them on her channel or whatever. But the way that she did it, it's okay when you have a show, but it's the way that you treat people and the way that you carry your conversations with people, and so she gets up there, she has well, Marco, she had Marco up there, she had Lotto up there, she had Pretty V. I seen Pretty V on Wild 'N Out, but I didn't actually know who she was until she got on Angel Reese's show. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I'm following her. Pretty V is really good. She's very inspirational, she's funny, she's just herself. And I was like, man, I was missing out. Then she has Christian Rock. Everybody got a problem with Christian Rock because she do this, she do that. Listen, nobody's perfect in life. Nobody was perfect in that Bible. You know what I'm saying? And God still used them. So when it comes to Christian Rock, her bringing her on the show, I was glad of the way that she was gentle with her. She didn't crowd her with unexpected questions. She didn't, what I'm saying, treat her a certain way. Hey, Miss D. Yeah, I told you I was coming on at 11:30. Come on up here and connect to my channel so you can get some watch hours. Yeah, I'll message you back, but you probably didn't get it. Yeah, so the way that she did, Christian Rock, the way that when Lotto came up there, Lotto hood straight up. Lotto is Lotto. You hear me? So let me. Hey, Miss D. Yeah.
Hey,
So we're going down memory lane
what's the
about
title?
Angel Reese. Huh? Well, Angel Reese rising through the noise. So I took it
Angel
back,
Reese Rising Voice?
rising through the noise. You heard me, Miss D?
Yeah, I hear you. I'm writing it down. I mean, I'm typing it in.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, Pooh. Um, yeah. So okay, so I started out with talking about her just a little bit about
Ah,
the championship
okay.
year, and then I talked about a little bit about her last year when she had depression and she broke down or whatever,
Right.
and stuff like that, and
Yeah,
just
even
saying,
Florida J. Even
yeah,
Florida J was,
yeah,
took up
and then
for her, even though they
right.
weren't close.
Yeah, and then they're not close or whatever. And I was just running through that. I was running through her show now, that her podcast or whatever, and the way that she takes care of people when they're on their show. You see the different talk shows and you see the way that they treat people and they ask the question to put them in a corner. You know what I'm saying? But her Angel didn't do her show like that, and she still had different people up there, regardless of what people said. She didn't just keep it basketball. Oh gosh, her Skylar Diggins one was off the chain. I love that.
I gotta
That.
rewatch
Hey,
that. I gotta watch that.
Political.
I heard you talking about
Political.
Krishan.
If you want to come up here too, Political, you can. Um,
Hey, Political.
I could put her probably where Angel Reese is if she wanted to come. Yeah. So yeah, how she had everybody on her show, and just the way that she carried that show. She didn't down them. She kept she kept what we say, the bang thing, the main thing. You know what I'm saying? And she allowed them to express themselves on her show. Hey, Van. So when she had Skylar up there, I like Skylar because Skylar is a dog too. Skylar is I listen, guys. I like the unexpected. I like the ones that people doubt. I like those people. I love those people. I love everybody, but I like oh, okay, Political. I like Big Girl was telling me about you, Political. I gotta start watching your show. She was telling me about your show, Big Girl, to watch your show and stuff like that. And but yeah, so I think when she had Skylar up there, it just opened up a whole new can of worms. Like, you see Skylar as a different person, Even though she that dog, she had an attitude, she believes in the game, you know what I'm saying? She don't play or whatever. But to see the other side of Skylar like that, and she was comfortable with talking to Reese, you could just tell because she was like, people, she really wanted to talk because she was like, people don't understand, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I play my game this way, but you know what I'm saying, I'm really a nice person. And that's the thing. Everybody that they're considered dogs, but in other people's eyes, they're considered like labeled like trouble or drama or whatever case, without even knowing what the person is about, without even letting them speak out and say something. And so I that's what I loved about Angel's show. She brought out the different characteristics in a person with her show. So what do you think about her show, Miss D?
I
I
love it
think
because she's always positive and she always let them talk and she don't overtalk
right,
them.
and she don't interrupt them. She
Nope.
let them she let them hit the floor. Did you were you able to watch some of them?
I saw bits and pieces of Lisa Leslie, which I liked, and I liked the fact that she, mentored her and she learned a lot from Lisa Leslie. And I saw bits and pieces of Dejanay. I thought it was pretty cool. And then I liked the
Yeah,
fact
I
that
like the
she
one with Dejanay and Lisa too. Yeah.
she became close to Dejanay and kind of helped her get a shoe deal, as far as apparel deal, whatever. So I liked the fact that she helped her out.
Van, I don't know when she's bringing it back. I have to look into that to see when she's bringing it back. I think with all the storms that come this year right here for her second year, I think that we have to get her mental not have to get her mental state together, but we have to continue to come together and continue to cheer her on, continue to whatever motivation you got. Mine is art. So and just from speaking from the heart or whatever. So we just got to keep uplifting her, because once she gets to the point where her mind is stable enough, where she kind of got the game how she wants it, then I think she'll go back to the go back to her show. Love the Lisa Leslie show and the Mickey Williams. Oh, I didn't Lisa Leslie got a show, Political. I didn't know she had a show. I follow Lisa Leslie on her
Yeah,
socials
I
and
didn't know
stuff.
she had a show. I know Jewel got a show. A lot of players got a show. Courtney with her father. I think that was so cute. Courtney
Mm-hmm.
and it says Courtney and Courtney's dad. I thought that was so cute.
But all of a sudden everybody start coming out with shows.
Yeah, but you know why? Because now they get to control the narrative. You got
Well,
a lot of
yeah, because
guys.
guess who paved the way for that? Angel Reese did. And
Yeah.
guess what? When she was at Rival, she got everybody on TikToks. She got
Yep.
everybody believing in themselves. Let me tell you something.
Yep.
I keep saying the WNBA atmosphere is different. The shift is different. It's not the same. The players are not playing the same. Our motivation as fans are not the same. We still motivated. We're still happy to watch b-ball. You know what I'm saying, and uplift our players or whatever. But it's like it's something in the atmosphere that is not sitting right. I don't know if it's because the CBA is coming up and these women need their justice, or if it's just a lot of people going through, personal issues or whatever that, they're not ready to discuss. Okay, let us know political if you think of it. I'll try to look it up too, because I wouldn't mind watching it. I like people um that speak knowledge, and that you don't get bored. Like when she spoke on Angel's show, I'm like, I'm all in. You know what I'm saying? So I like the way that she carried herself on Angel's show, and Lisa, period. Like
Oh yeah, Lisa, right.
she
Very
just a
class act.
blessing.
She is
Huh?
very class act, and Angel really took a liking to her because she's
Yeah.
down to earth. She's down to earth. She didn't when Angel well, she offered her help, and Angel showed that that she was have a little humility. Well, she's very humble. Angel is contrary to popular belief. She's very humble, And so when Lisa offered her, hey, you could train with me, and she said, okay,
And that's the difference between her and other players. Angel has a teachable spirit. She's always willing to learn to the next level to, you know what I'm saying? She never comes up and brags about what she's doing, or whatever. She just shows the haters. You know what I'm saying? She silenced that noise real quick. If anybody know anything about Angel, Angel don't brag, but she bring it. You know what I'm saying? She bring it to the table. Um, Political said, okay. Political said it's the CBA and the desire for equity and ownership of their labor. Yeah, political. I kept saying political when they first started the season, when the game first game, when they started playing all the first games, I was like, something's not right. Like, yeah, we got the case with Hanby, all that kind of stuff. It's not. I mean, that's a little bit of it, but something's not right overall. You could just tell, like the games, like they're not playing like they used to. And the Aces could, I don't, the Aces with what they got could, play better. It's just like you said, this is the problem. They're going through all these changes between the lines. Okay, thank you, Politico. I
The
have to
Aces
check it
problem
out.
is the Aces problem. I like their guards, but they have nobody to play with Asia. So all the defensive inside is depending on her. There's a lot of pressure on her, so that's why they got
Yeah,
Melissa Smith. Let's see,
it is.
yeah,
It's a lot of pressure on her. Um, from last year too, to the point where Asia didn't even care. Like she was like these other players. She was talking to the reporter or whatever, whoever was at the game. I don't know the particular person or whatever, and she was like, "These other players gonna have to step up." So she was like overwhelmed. And it is hard for you gotta go up in there, you know what I'm saying, like having to go through all those changes and everybody expecting her to, hey Victory, everybody expecting her to do it all, and one person can't carry that team. The only way a person's talent can balance out if they work as a team player, but the other players have to join in with the teamwork. You know what I'm saying, Miss D?
yeah. I heard you saying. So
Like
did
it just
Angel get in as a reserve? Because I'm trying to see, did she get in? Because she was still 13. Did she get a nod to be a reserve All Star?
they put the starter list up and she was
Not the
on it.
starter. I know she wasn't gonna be a starter. I'm talking about the reserve. They got at least two reserves from each side. Did she get the reserve spot?
She don't. She's on a spot. When I looked at it, it was like she's up there. I don't know what spot and all that kind of stuff. I didn't read
Okay.
into it because I was like, I was gonna go back to it.
Okay.
So I don't know. She Victory Taylor says she's number 7.
Good, good. Because she moved up from number 13 to number 7. That's pretty good. So that means she reserved. Yeah, she
That's how.
reserved.
But see, this is the thing, guys. That's coming out Sunday. Oh, it's coming out Sunday Political. Let me tell you guys something. I don't care what man try to do to Angel. Angel got God's favor. They can, hey, Chicago Cheetah, Angel got God's favor.
And Chicago Cheetah.
You can try whatever you want with this young lady, but she has favor. She has his favor, and she may go through the stuff. We all go through trials and tribulations in life. We all go through some slump. I go through artist blocks. You know what I'm saying? One day I got it, boom, 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 and the next day I'm like, what happened? I know how to draw Win Dixie the dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, just stuff like that. But she's teachable. She is a cheerful giver. She's willing to learn. She doesn't brag. She's willing to work on whatever, and she believes in everybody else, even if they don't all believe in her. You know what I'm saying? Like she just got a heart of a gem, and nobody can take that from her. So they can try to play with this all-star or whatever and put people up there at the top like that, like that's really where they should be. And watch this all-star game. She gonna pop out and show them something.
Yeah,
I
she is.
love when the be more come out of Angel in the fourth. Well, it's always that fourth quarter for Angel Reese. I watched her last year. I do more of the eye test, and the
That's right.
community, the
She's like Philip
community.
Galil said, I tell people when the devil attacks, get excited, blessings are coming. Yep.
Man, political girl. I need to put that. I know.
I
I'm
like that.
telling you that is the truth. It's
Hmm.
so like, look, when I go through that, I'll be like, look, protect my inner peace, Lord, because when you, especially when you're a cheerful giver, that's why I can recognize it with Angel. You get hit with stuff. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. It's like it's crazy. But yes, political. I can agree with that. Miss D, so what do you think of how do you feel about the All-Star? How do you feel about CC being at the top of the list or whatever?
You know
Um
what? She
it's to
do
be
deserve
expected.
it, but you know how the All Star game is. The All Star game, the fans have most of the votes, so she's still popular with the fans, even though she's not having a good game. And then she missed a lot of games so far,
How do
and she's going to miss more games probably.
let
So,
me ask, well, you know what? Oh, my daughter's birthday is in like 4 minutes. Um, but so
oh,
tomorrow, yeah, she's July 1st. I'm July 17th, and we got to
okay.
move, guys, at the end of the month. So we're crazy over here. But yeah. So yeah, she'll be 23, and
Oh,
she all excited and stuff. You know how they are. They will have enjoy their birthday the whole week. For us, we'd be like, okay, that one day. But
exactly.
I think what we saw was to be expected because they were dragging a foot about it. You know what I'm saying? But to me, how can you be a leader of anything if you're not teachable?
Right, and you know what? People don't want to talk about it. Caitlin Clark is not teachable right now. She seemed
How
like,
can you be a
you know,
captain of anything
exactly.
and
She
not?
don't want to listen to their coaches. Steph White is a very good coach. She's not Hall of Fame, but she's good enough, and she played before. And you don't listen to the coaches, but she's spoiled. Um, People telling her that she don't have to work on anything. Now we was told that she was in the gym working on stuff. People want to talk about Angel. Angel is hard working.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not
Mm-hmm.
saying CC don't, but there's a lot of things that we see. I'm sure she see. It's her. I mean, she know that her weaknesses, but she's not working on it because she's been told she's the face of the league, and she's getting things regardless. I could be injured, and I could still be the top one of the top all star players, even though I didn't play very well and I had injuries. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
And Miss D, that's gonna be one of the biggest mistakes they made by doing allowing her to do that because it's gonna backfire. Then what you gonna do? You gonna leave her hanging? No, the same people that were rooting for her need to be right there when the changes come, because changes is coming, and it's coming quicker than she think. But those same people rooting for her to do certain things, I want y'all to stand by her when the change come, because change is coming. We coming into this All-Star game, you know what I'm saying, and that's who you want as a captain or whatever. Cool, let that be, right? Let me tell you what Angel Reese is gonna do. They're gonna try to just like last year. I watched it. I watched the All Star game, Miss D, and I watched how they try to play her. I don't care what nobody say. Not giving her a whole bunch of minutes or whatever the case may be. But guess what God did when she got those minutes? What was she? The first one in an All Star game to get a double double.
you know what would be funny? What if she win MVP on Caitlin Clark's floor? Since they want to say, okay, you the host, it's an Indy. What if she win the MVP, Angel? That'd be a uproar. I want to see that. I do want to see that. How they
The
handle that.
thing, the thing is, like Shaq said, Angel know who she is, but do the people around her know who she is? You never know what Angel's gonna bring. Well, we know about the rebounds, we know about the double doubles, but you never know the fire, the dog in her. Which one she bringing? Is she bringing LSU dog? Is she bringing Chicago dog? She bringing B more. B more. I love B more, dog. I love B more, Angel. What political say? Size was a good coach. Things CC need to do expand her game are needed. Right. And she has to be, you know what I'm saying? She got to be willing to be teachable to do that. But sometimes when you know how it is when people get the big headed, you can't tell them nothing until they have to see for themselves. So maybe now she's seeing it or whatever. I do think they put her on that injury. Oh, she's out for injury because today actually just turned 12 o'clock. Today is the commissioner's cup, and they want her to play in it. I think that's what that's all about. But hey,
We'll see because I don't know. I'm not saying that she's faking the injury, but a groin injury, when you pull a muscle, that takes more than a few games. So is she
was
really
she
is it?
playing tomorrow? Isn't she playing tomorrow? I
I'm
mean
not
today.
sure. But if she do, that mean it was just a soreness instead of saying it's a groin. We don't know what it is, but she's jumping up and down. So
Mm.
that's kind
Let
of
me
weird.
tell you
You
something.
got injury. Why would you
Right,
jump
and
up and
then you
down?
all on the court in the referee's face and all that stuff.
Right.
If
And
that was
Kelsey Plum told
anybody
you to
else,
sit your down. Kelsey Plum don't play.
if that was in, and people try to play it off like it was a joke. But if that
Right.
was anybody else, they'd be out the lead, they'd be suspended from games and all that kind of
Uh,
stuff. All that extra stuff.
Kennedy. If Kennedy did all that, she already had a bad reputation. You know.
Yeah, and sometimes people do that. It seems like it's like this, guys. Sometimes people do certain things for attention seeker. Somewhere
Hmm.
they're missing that attention from somewhere else. It starts in the childhood. I'm telling you. I keep saying that, and they carry it. Evidently, she hasn't run away from that yet. She's still in that area. You could just tell just certain things like, hey, look at me, look at I'm doing this now, I'm doing this now. You know what I'm saying? And when it's not on me, like that, then it's a different story or whatever. Far as that part, game is game. She's gonna expand her game, or whatever. But like I said, that comes with like being teachable, right? So that's how we're gonna look at All Star. We're gonna see what happens. We're gonna see how how it plays out. We're gonna see how this Commissioner Cup plays out because I'm curious. Is Fee still out? No, Fee is back, right? Because her and
Yup, he played last game, played pretty good. Yep,
okay, so she's
he
good.
back.
Okay. So and then I was looking up, guys. Okay. If we want to talk about 3-point shooters, who are the top 3-point
They're
shooters?
probably on the Mercury, ain't they? The Mercury 3-point shooters are killing it.
Um
Mercury in the
It
box.
is. I know. Gray is number 3. Let me
Ain't
look.
Plum? She in the top five.
Plum is 4. They got Plum
Okay,
at 4.
okay, all right.
Um, I wish I could share the screen.
Just
Let me
okay.
see.
Type
Was
in
Howard was Howard at 1?
who?
Howard, was she at 1
I'm not
for the
sure.
top?
Listen, go to okay. Type in a
Hold on.
website on your computer.
But then it doesn't come up. If I do share screen, let's see. Okay, let me do share
Just type it
screen.
in, share
Hold on.
screen. Okay.
I got it. Oh, uh-oh.
Right. So it should go. If you share it, it should come up.
Let me go to present. Um,
Yep. Share
Share
screen.
screen. Okay. Ooh, hold on, Miss D.
Okay, that's good.
Okay. I don't know if they're gonna be able to see it. Ooh, where my stream yard at? Okay. Guys, I'm gonna put this up here. I don't know. Let me see. Let me see if it'll add up here. I probably gotta take Angel down. Okay, let's add. Let's see, guys. This is gonna be big, so we can just see who the 3-point shooters are, and then I'll remove it. Okay. Let's do that. Okay, so it is Howard. So the top 3-point shooter is Ryan Howard.
I would never knew it
Um
was Ryan Howard. I
yep.
never thought.
If you Google it as of current 2025
uh
WNBA season,
Uh huh.
Ron Howard of the Atlanta Dream is leading in the league 3 point pointers made per game, averaging 2.9 according to ESPN. Following closely behind are Kayla McBride of the Minnesota Lynx with 2.8 and Caitlin Clark of the Fever with 2.6. Miss D, did I take you down?
Mm-mm.
Uh-oh, why is Angel up there so big then? I can't see you.
Say stop screen.
Oh, shucks. Did I do it? Did I stop?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Now stop
It,
screen. You hit it small. There you go. Make it smaller. The Angel Reese, like you hit it.
I'll make her smaller.
Yeah, stop screen.
Do I can remove her from the stage.
Oh yeah, remove from the stage. Okay, now put our faces back. You know the little boxes. You see it?
Why
Put
you?
me in the box.
I gotta edit you in the box.
All you
Hold
gotta do
on.
is you know how you had the little boxes at the bottom. Go to the boxes where it had the two boxes. The two box. Uh, it put you
Okay,
back
let me
right back.
remove. It ain't putting me. Why it ain't putting me back in there? Hold on. Oh, you know what I gotta do? I don't know why it's making me do that. That I have to put my. Why does it make me put myself back inside the box like that? Okay. All right. Now add you back.
Well, yeah, that's the well. I can't describe it. You got it. You had it. Just had to do it like that for right now.
Okay. I don't see you though.
I see me.
You see you?
Yeah, you just had to go to the box. Yep, I know. Gotta ask KSEP because I can't describe it to you. It's like at the bottom, they got the two boxes. You keep putting me in the same box. Just go on the side. At the bottom, that you go when you present, you gotta go back and they got the little boxes at the bottom. You know the different ones you put us
I hear.
in.
I got extra camera, video file, image file, share screen.
No,
But you in the box, I see you, but it says remove or
no,
exit.
like we had like me and you. I don't see me and you.
You don't see me?
No, I just see me.
What in the world did I just do? Okay, hold on, girly.
Okay.
Let me see.
At the bottom, you know how at the bottom,
Yeah, I have. I see you at the
at the
bottom, but
bottom they got the little boxes. Don't they got two boxes and then one box on the side, like two boxes? Go back and do that like that. Click on that.
I clicked on you, but you're not. I don't see you on the. I don't see
I see
you.
me.
What
Keep
doggone?
clicking all them boxes until you get into the boxes. You know, at the bottom, the white thing in StreamYard, the
I see
boxes.
stop camera settings.
No, at the bottom. You see the
Miss
bottom where
B,
they got the huh?
I'm at the bottom, girl.
No, you know how you got different setups for the cameras. Keep keep clicking on until you get it. Click on all the boxes. You know what I'm trying to say? Are you
Mm,
clicking? Just click it. Don't be afraid to click it.
I'm clicking it, but it'll say remove you.
Okay, remove me.
What?
Just remove me and see. You had us in the. You try. There you go. You got to just keep it like that for right now.
I still can't.
I see you, and I see me. You don't see
Okay.
me?
No, I don't see you at all, girl.
Wow. I
Not
see.
on.
I see you, and I see me.
See, I'm sitting here trying to do. You see me? Okay.
Yeah.
If you guys see us, we'll see what happens. I don't know what's going on this. No,
He got
this
to
is
show you how to when you go to present, how you click off the and put you back in the boxes. He got to show you that. Cause I was trying to tell you, but yeah.
okay. Yeah. Okay. You'll tell me later how to. Put us back in there. I hate I
Huh?
can't. I hate. Hold on. Hold on. Hold
Okay, now I'm on the screen by myself.
on.
There
There
you
you go.
go.
Right there.
Yeah, but it's not
Oh
putting you back in the
Lord.
boxes. But you got to ask case that because I was trying to explain. But yeah, I'm not.
That's all
I'm just
right,
learning
guys.
how.
Y'all just pray for us. We working with this right here.
But no, you know what? It would be interesting to see Angel win
Thanks for
MVP.
listening. Yeah, go ahead, Miss D.
Win the
Sorry.
MVP. We'll see. I want to see that. I really do.
God, I was just thinking, what are they gonna do when our twin towers both make the double double? What they gonna do
Any what?
when they make a double double at the same time? I mean,
Oh yeah.
not a double double. I mean a triple. You think?
Oh man, man.
Cause she's gonna get another triple double.
Oh definitely.
And
But
oh, okay, guys, let's run it back right here. Let's stop right here from the last game. Can anybody answer this question? Why didn't they count all her assists?
mm,
Mm. Uh, Cause we was counting,
mm-hmm.
and
I don't know.
it was more assistant than what was on there. Oh yes, political. I take that. That's
What
what
she
I'm
say?
talking about. Quadruple,
Oh, definitely.
double
Angel,
double.
Angel can get it.
Because look, if you said I don't even want to talk about them guys because woo,
Talk
like
about
that.
who?
You saw
Talk about who?
Pink Panther and Marshmallow
Oh,
because
you know what I'm thinking probably happened.
let me tell. But what I'm saying is, you said you was gonna play um and uplift Angel and Camilla. If you play through the bigs, do you guys know how many games we could have won? And then you
I
put Mick at
know,
the 3,
I know, but you know what? She kept
and then to see their face expressions, guys, when she was going off and be more style, like they were not looking like they were happy. And then you get in the room and say, "Oh la la la, we for you, we for you."
Oh
Stand on
yeah,
the book. You
but
know what I'm
political
saying?
said
That
the cis
fake
rule.
stuff.
Bring that comment up by political.
What political? Okay.
That's what she
The
said.
sis, okay, the sis rule is limited to 2 dribbles. These guards have to stop missing shots. Okay.
I was,
But
but
I
you know
think,
what? We could have
huh?
won a lot more games, but guess what? He was so fascinated by Bam Bam. Remember I said I
Uh,
want to pull my hair out.
mm-mm, mm-mm.
She keep bringing the
Wait,
ball
wait,
up.
mm-mm.
I'm like,
Wait, wait.
why?
Mm-mm. We gotta say Bam Bam for because we don't have a game to what, Saturday.
Oh Lord. Well, that's what
I
mess.
think I
That's look.
believe
That's what mess up her assist. Bam Bam, Bam Bam, and sometimes the Ariel.
we're not even gonna that's Goofy Jeff with his analytics software. Don't know what he is doing. Oh my gosh, that's oh Lord. Mm. I can't even like thinking about them. I just have to go to something else real quick because they too much. It's
So, what
just
did you think about that Angel versus fans? The Angel hate. Did you watch some? Did you watch some of that? What
well.
they
In the
said? They
beginning,
were
I
so
couldn't
silly.
watch it. In the
I
beginning,
didn't
I was
watch until
out
they. I saw it, but I
right
didn't watch it.
when I pulled it up because everybody was in the chat saying watch it. About 3 minutes in, I had to stop because I don't like people. Hey, I don't know everything about Angel Reese game, but guys, I watched. I got the eye test. I watch. You know what I'm saying? But to sit up there and just the way she started, even my daughter, she came in. She was like, "When did they think it was okay to do a show like that?" Even though we understand what your intentions were, but what what would make you do a show like that with all 10 people hating on her, on a YouTube channel like that? And I know the other YouTube channels have it or whatever,
You
but
know what's sad? A lot of them
it's
was
sad.
You know
I
what's
couldn't,
sad? A lot of
but
them
I
was brothers
like
and
the way,
sisters. You know that?
huh?
A lot of them was black people
Yeah, and
hating
then
on
on top,
Angel.
And I like the way that now when Keisha broke it down, I
Hmm.
like the way she broke it. I like the way her and Duvall broke it down. I can listen
Definitely.
to it that way. But when I was trying to watch it myself, I said, I can't even go through
Because
with the whole thing.
the
But
guy that wore
huh?
the Knicks jersey, he was talking about what he said. He said that Angel was like basically a bully. I'm like, no, Angel. See, people that lets you know people don't watch the game. You know how Angel started with Caitlyn? It's when Caitlyn bullied and humiliated Raven Johnson when she waved her off in the in semifinal game. She waved her
Mm-hmm.
off like you ain't gonna shoot the ball. And then when Raven woke up the next day, on social media they was talking about her and it kind of made her depressed. So the year after that, in 2024, I mean, the same year, I mean, well, in the same year, the same few weeks later, when she saw Caitlyn, she started doing that to her. You know, you can't see me and look at the ring because what she said. It was an interview. She said, "I'm doing this for my SEC peeps," because you know she's real close with Raven. Even though they play against each other, she's pretty close
Mm-hmm.
with Raven. So she
Mm-hmm.
was getting her get back.
Mm-hmm.
And then the year after that, Raven got her get back. She went undefeated and beat Caitlin Clark. And she checked Caitlin Clark pretty good. She didn't get off at all. So that was a whole she didn't do it just to be doing it. She did it because she felt like Caitlin was being a bully. That's why she
Yeah.
did it.
Yeah. What being was being and never mind. Let me not go there. Um, you really don't even have to say anything. The actions speak for themselves. You can say whatever you want to say coming out your mouth, but when you watching people behaviors, it speaks volume. It speaks the truth. Political say, "Yep, reset. I'm doing this for the set girls." Yeah, that was something. And that's the thing, the aftermath of it. You know what I'm saying? People don't understand what people have to go through after all of that. You know what I'm saying? From her doing that, and from her doing that to Caitlyn and taking it in, it's like her mental, the attack of her mental has been like 100%, because they keep attacking. You got the WNBA putting out these fake T-shirts, or whatever, and not going by them. You know what I'm saying? And you see that she went through what she went through at that Fevers game. I don't care what nobody say. We not crazy. She wasn't up there. Look, Angel done had plenty of games that did not go her way. Trust me, she ain't red in almost tears for nothing. She wasn't. I don't know exactly what she was feeling. I don't know exactly what was going on, but I'm quite sure that kind of probably played a little part in that. And just to see her like last year, even with last year, she's at the presser saying, you know what I'm saying, I can't even look at my achievements or be happy of my accomplishments because it's so much negative. It's, you know what I'm saying, I can't even enjoy it from all the hit I'm getting.
That's true. And I think it was just a when she was crying last year in her last game at LSU, you know, she went through a lot. Um, she was suspended for a few games, and then Flaw and her mom got into it, and the drama with players coming out to, "I know what you did," and the media. So it was just a whole bunch of pressure on her, and then she didn't, you know, they didn't win. So it was a whole, they didn't repeat. So it was a lot of pressure on her. So
Hmm.
that was what happened. So
And I know, like I know I didn't want to continue to watch that YouTube show, but sometimes, what I'm saying, like we have to watch certain things so it give us a better understanding. So that's what I'm saying. I'm going political. Like when we go back to like Keisha and them doing it on the show, the way they stopped and broke it down and stuff like that, it was really it. We already know what it is, but it gave me a better understanding of the cray cray people not completely, not even knowing what they're saying coming out their mouth, and they stuck on it, stuck on stupid. That's what you call it, you know. And I see it. That's why I'm continuing to, like, what I'm saying, uplift her, and whatever I draw and whatever I do. So when you come over here, I'm more of like Like Miss D, what you call me? Like nurturing, I'm
The
more.
nurturing counselor. That's your new
Yeah,
name.
I was trying to tell my daughter what you said. and big, and
Yeah.
big, yeah,
You try to be all positive. Look, all you need is a couch. Like, come lay on the couch and I evaluate you. Now tell me what's wrong, young lady. I
yes,
can
and that's
see.
what, when I was teaching those 12 and a half years with pre-K, they was like, everybody was like, you such a nurturer. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Even
you
because
gotta be. You gotta be.
they will always give guys, they will always give me the kids that were, going through their moments, falling out. And I ain't talking about no regular
Oh,
falling out,
right.
this is on the
Yeah.
uppity side. So them kids, the parents are at work all day, you know what I'm saying? They're
Right.
there.
Right.
So, and they was like, you're such a nurturer. Yeah, I'm a nurturer and discipline. You know what I'm saying? I
Right.
discipline too with nurturing, but more nurturing. And I've been working on the discipline, right?
Right.
With my kids and stuff like that. But they know what they be doing too, right? So, you can't help it. Um, I think it's a good thing to be a nurturer. I think that sometimes, for me, I just want to know, like the players that I'm rooting for, anybody that I'm going for, I want to know about them. You know what I'm saying? I want to know what, like, if they don't, like, they donate to charities or whatever. What do they do, like, for the community? I'm watching this player actions in the games and whatever they play, you know what I'm saying? And then I go to, hey, Donna be in the chat, she be giving me, she like, Angel in her head, you know what I'm saying? And y'all be knowing what Angel in her head. And I come back and say, oh, you know what, you right. She is in her head, but I be trying to take up for her, but she was in her head. So, I'm more of like that, but I love the truth when it's brought out, you know what I'm saying? And I still like when I care about people, I'm following people, I'm rooting for people, you know what I'm saying? I'm more of a one catering to a person's heart more than what they have and the money. You know what I'm saying? Because if you have that, you'll have everything else. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to me watching Angel Reese, one thing I did notice, after the game, she had a genuine smile, guys. This was the first time I've seen her, because normally she'll say something about her game, like she won her stats and all that kind of stuff, but not like this. This was like a victory, like this was like a victory celebration for her. Not just a victory celebration in her stats, but a victory in her mind with her mental. She was so happy. She up there doing TikTok with Lisa, you know what I'm saying? Just very, just so happy, laughing at the presser. When the last time, besides when her and Camilla up there together, because you can tell they be knowing what's going on. That's how twins do. You know what I'm saying? Besides Camilla, where she really was happy, guys. When have we seen that? We haven't. That's from last year to this year. And her season last year was awesome. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we know she got hurt or whatever. And she would have won Rookie of the Year. I don't care what nobody say, but to now where what I'm saying, she is genuine. You can tell fake happiness and genuine happiness, and when people got to put on wear a mask. But this time Angel kept it real. She was happy, she was celebrating, she was like, Miller coming back, you know what I'm saying? Like, and she even, guys, did y'all see the tweets where she tweeted out to Miller like she missed her and stuff? That's what I'm talking about. When you have a real chemistry with somebody, we got to stop trying to split them up and divide them. Her and Camilla got a real solid chemistry, and God brought them together for a reason. They was on two separate teams going against each other, and look what we got coming
Look,
in.
I didn't think they was cool because last year or the year before last, when LSU
They got in a
and
fight.
yeah, they had a fight and Camilla was pulling Camilla was pulling Angel hair and being real physical. I'm like, how they gonna get along? But they cool, they get along. And Angel ain't want no part of
Well, you know
that.
what I think too is that, like, they like to play basketball, but it's like, hey, I would love to get to know who she is. You know what I'm saying? I'm playing against this chick, but I want to know who she is on a different level. You always think that your competitors, you want to get, that's part of the game. That's part of chess. You get to know that person, you learn that person, you study that person, and then you come in. And that's what makes it click. That's what makes it work together. Political said it's time for Reese to talk to the Black media supporters and social media content creators. Let us know how we can continue to support her. Yes, political. Yes, it will be. Yeah, it would be great. I would love to see that. Kennedy watches KSAP and the crew. Guys, I'm telling you, a lot of people watches KSAP that we can't even imagine. Some people we don't even know. These people are watching KSAP now, Keisha now, all these YouTube channels. They got somebody watching it that they know connected to. They watching these channels because some of the stuff they be saying with the games belt to butt and all that kind of stuff or whatever, you know, I'm saying we know it was already out there, but you know how Keisha was keep using it and using it and using it, and it became a trend. You know what I'm saying? So I think they got it from from there or whatever. The way they was doing it was funny, but um, we know they're watching it, and she does need to, like, it would be nice if she had the time where she could tell us, hey, what points would you like to bring out? What do you want, other people to see, about me? It doesn't have to be, we don't have to be all in your personal business. We don't have to be all in it deep because there's some things that's not meant for, fans to know, but just give us like like a rough draft of what you want for that final paper and stuff like that. So I think that would be nice.
You
I
know who
also
I want to see? I want to see
oh
Kennedy along with Alexis Morris, because Alexis don't care. She gonna tell what she gonna say. Then they was friends in high school. They've been friends since high school. So I
who
want to see Kennedy and Alexis Morris do a show to come on a show together.
I don't want to see that.
What? You don't want to see that? She's a crash out, but she still feels like the entertainment.
No, I don't want to see that because she doesn't her. I don't want to see that. Kennedy fine. Kennedy can have her own.
Sometimes Alexis Morris can't figure out if she cool with Angel and Flau'jae or she not.
We ain't
Sometimes she
got
on
and we
Flau'jae's
ain't got time.
side,
Look,
and
and we ain't
sometimes she on Angel's side. She don't know.
got time to figure that out. Once you look, fool me once, fool me twice. You ain't gonna get that chance again. Not when I'm not bothering you and you trying to bring some smoke. Nope. No, no, Miss D, I would not be watching that. I would watch Kennedy if she had her own show, but
You know
I
what
would.
it is? Alexis Morris feel hurt. Alexis Morris keeps it real a little too much. She revealed a little too much, and they basically kind of, even before she started, blackballed her. So she feel kind of some sort of way, even though it's not. Yeah.
But the thing is, Miss D, they hating on Angel, but Angel worked for that. She made a way for herself. It wasn't given to her. She worked hard for it. She works hard in the
She not
WNBA.
hating on Angel. I think she
What?
she's jealous, and I think she's a little jealous.
Jealousy is a part of hate.
I know, yeah, but she jealous a little bit because she
Uh,
feel like
Miss
I
D.
contribute to this championship and I can't get in the league. I can't get nothing. So she hurt. That's all. I'm not saying it's
No,
right or wrong. I'm just
that's
saying.
beyond that. That's beyond that. She done had time. If you feel like that, you know what I'm saying. Find you somebody you trust and believe in, and you can confide in and get it out. You know what I'm saying. I'm not let it
Um,
out. I'm not saying I'm not.
counselor,
Huh?
counselor. You
Yes, ma'am.
you can talk to her. You done three. Let her get it
Yes.
out with you. What? Look, look, look. Here you go. Here you go. Alexis, what's wrong? Tell me. Tell ADP what's going on.
I'm telling you,
Remember that
listen,
song? What's
guys,
wrong?
I had a
Wrong
blessing
with
of my.
you? Why
Let
don't
me
you
tell
tell
you,
me what you're going through? No, be sorry.
I have great, beautiful cousins from DC, and they, call me about certain things, and they'll call me to talk to such and such or whatever. I won't get into detail what we talked about, but let me tell you, you know how you talking to somebody, they upset with everybody else, and they ain't saying nothing to you, and you've been put in charge to get them to speak. So, Miss D, I had to run into that, and I was like, oh man, this is a tough one. But then I was gentle. If you be gentle, sometimes you have to take it back when you're dealing with people. You have to take it back and you have to go to being gentle, nourishing. If you bum rush and you go off the chain, then you're gonna get that back. I did it with my 17-year
You
old,
know what's a good career for you? I'm not trying to be funny. A
what?
crisis negotiator. You be good. They
A
bring
what
you in.
negotiator?
A crisis negotiator. You know how they bring in people when they robbing banks or they held somebody hostage. You'll be a good person for that. How you,
Look,
you
let me
would.
tell you, I was gonna take guys. I was gonna do art therapy, right?
Oh,
What
that'd
I
be nice.
what no 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 no. What Miss D, what I realized was, you guys, that's a separate degree from art and science. So I have a bachelor's in art and science education or whatever, which means I can teach any subject if I wanted to, but I want to teach online, right? And so in order to teach online, you have to have your master's. That's what they say, right? So I'm two
I didn't know
classes
that. That's
away from
crazy.
yeah, I'm 2 I'm 2 classes away, unless they changed it this year, Miss D, because they did a lot of changes. So I'm 2 classes away from my master's, right? And so with those 2 classes, once I'm finished, I can, teach online with, what I'm saying, with whoever wants me. But when you come into art therapy, it's a totally different degree. And when I looked into it, I can't do it, Miss D. That you probably get Children of the Corn in there. You probably get, what I'm saying, um, Annabelle, what I'm saying, like all those type of characters in there. And they had different testimonies where people like they tired of getting beat up. I can't do the beat up process, what I'm saying, through the art therapy, or whatever. But that's why I didn't do it. And also too, I wanted to do like St. Jude. They have teachers in there, they have art and everything, but my heart is so fragile and so gentle, I can't handle it. You know what I'm saying? I just can't handle it will be an ongoing, emotional roller coaster for me. I'm not gonna say I can't handle. I can handle whatever God put in my way. You know what
Oh,
I'm saying?
definitely, definitely.
I just want,
It's a lot of
if
work.
that, yeah, if that's one thing He wants me to do, I will do it or whatever and stuff like that. But I just love people, and I always want to see people, regardless, if they nobody's perfect. Nobody on this earth is perfect. I'm not judging people just because I have. There's a difference. I have a relationship with God, right? And we have to. Yes, we have the religion too, but that relationship have you see people from all different walks of life, and you know what I'm saying, and not judge them. I can judge my own self, which sometimes we're hard on ourselves, but for other people, for me, I can't do that. You say that person is acting up and they bad. Okay, let's get to the root of it and see why. And then you can use certain techniques with that person. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't mind watching Kennedy on a I won't mind watching her on the show. I will actually, tune in and be able to put up in the chat if she did a podcast or whatever.
No,
And I,
I
and
want to see
I
you
believe,
interview her.
huh?
I want to see you interview her at the
Kennedy
case app, and
Carter.
then of course, Proclaw. Then you come in with the nurturing, because they're gonna come in, boom, and
And it's
you
so crazy. Like K-Top them, all of them know I'm nurturing. It is so
right,
funny. And
and then
when he lets
you
me
can do
on the
that for
panel, it's like,
you can have a two
huh?
for one. Do that for Alexis. Do a good job with her.
Oh boy, that's a
Ask her
you.
why she,
Hey
you
L.
know, sometimes she on Angel's side, and sometimes she sound like she's jealous, and sometimes she on Flaw's side, and sometimes
Miss
she's jealous.
Miss D, I only have celebration drinks. That's when, the holidays or something come. You asking me to go back to the hen dog with the ice on the rocks. I can with Morris. I can't do Morris. But I could
Hey
actually
Patricia, hey Elle, how you
I
doing?
hey guys, I could actually yeah, I would actually talk to her, and you got to get the root of the person. We might have to go back to what I'm saying, drawing helps. Let's sit here, let's have a conversation. Motivation, words. Let's do a collage of yourself. What do you think of yourself? Not what others think of you. I take it like that, or whatever the case may be, or whatever, something like that. But yeah, so we're moving on from Kennedy, Carter, and Morris. Miss D, no, nice try. We don't want to see too much of that, right? So how do you okay, so Miss D, how do you take the way Angel feels, not the way she feels, but how do you take her genuine laughter and happiness, not just because she went off in
Hi
the
Kim, how you
game?
doing?
Hey Riddick, hey Kim too. Hi,
Hey
how
Riddick.
do you feel about actually seeing, hey Lady J, how do you feel
Hey
about
Lady J.
actually seeing her happy? And like I said, it's a difference. There's a difference in putting on a mask and to actually see someone happy. It brings tears. Like that type of stuff brings tears to my eyes, because we know what it's like as adults in our 30s and 40s and up, or whatever. Even my daughter, she's 23 today, and she, even with watching our children go through trials and tribulations or whatever, just to see them once they get out of that, because we can't have be the band-aid. We can be the band-aid, but we can't always protect the wounds. You know what I'm saying? So um I want to know, how do you really feel about Angel's? Thank you, L. Yeah, hers is the first, mine is 17th. And so how do you really feel about Angel's presser? How she, you saw the Lisa Leslie clip. Did you see it, Miss D? Of her and Lisa Leslie with the clip?
What clip?
The one with her and Lisa Leslie where they did the TikTok? Well, it's on TikTok, threads and
No, I
all
gotta
that.
watch it. I'm happy
Oh
they
yeah,
did.
that's a good one to watch. You can actually tell there.
Hey
Um, but
Patricia, how
for
you doing?
but for me, the presser took the cake. So how do you feel about Angel's mental now? Is what I'm asking.
Well, I think I'm happy for her, but you know one of the reasons why she's happy? Because she got to see her little brother um picked up for the Lakers. So that was one of the reasons why she was happy as well.
Yeah.
They won, and yeah, and she got to see a person that she could thrive to be. She could be a Hall of Famer like Candace Parker. So that
Mm-hmm.
added to all the happiness that she had, because she could see herself in Candace Parker. First, Candace coming back and getting her jersey retired, and I hope if the Chicago Sky do it right, that she get her jersey retired with the Chicago Sky.
Hey, Jonathan.
So that's what I
Um,
want to see for her. But they
and
have to do better for us, the general manager
well, when like it's just
and
like
owners.
when Elle has shown me this picture of Marshmallow and Pink Panther, and they didn't look happy for her. But it all goes back to what I got from it, guys, is that I can breathe now. I'm not free yet, but I can breathe. You know what I'm saying? I finally can breathe a little bit. Like I finally can enjoy my accomplishments. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just at this particular time, at this particular point. God's timing is always good timing, and he came in at the right time, not just for her to dominate the game like she did, but we don't know how far deep her mental was with getting all this hate and stuff. Even the dogs need people to uplift them. Even the dogs go through their trials and tribulations where they feel like they can't get out because they're constantly getting hit and hit and hit and hit. She's never catching a break. But to be able to maintain through this particular game, knowing that I'm not getting no calls, they're not gonna give me no calls. I got to pop off at the mouth to finally say something and protect myself. I got to go be more style, definitely, with these people because they're taking me for a joke. I'm tired. So it was like it was her like I've had enough. You know what I'm saying? And I'm getting ready to represent. And that's exactly what happened. She was tired and she said, "Okay, it's time for me to do what I know that God put in me to do." And that's what she did. It is a relief, guys, and it is a blessing when you go through these trials and tribulations and you actually get a mental break. And Angel got that mental break in that game. I've never seen, if you can show me a clip where Angel was through her starting the WNBA where she's ever looked that excited, where she actually ever had like that much joy and oppressor, show me, because I haven't seen it. Have you, Miss D?
No, I haven't. But I hope they could, keep her happy because it's still gonna be a rough ride with the players they have her play with. So she had to keep her joy because it's gonna be rough.
You know what they tell you though. You pray for the people that are around you, and you pray for your enemies too. You pray for your enemies too. You know what I'm saying? So she believes, she's a believer. So I'm quite sure she done added all that in there, and he will make what your enemies your what your footstool, right? So I think that now she's starting to get it, but she's still young, guys. She's only what? Angel is how old? Is Angel 23 too?
23. Yep.
Oh, okay, her and Pooh the same age. Okay,
Yep.
so yeah, she's just 23.
But I
She's done.
want them. I want them to honor. I just want this team to be better. She deserved better. Her and Camilla, but they get it together. But Jeff got to go. So I think bringing
Change is
in Lisa Leslie is gonna shake up some stuff. We'll see.
change is coming. Change is coming. That's all. That's all I can say about that situation because anytime that man was, I did
Hey,
not want to
Reddit.
talk about them. I'm just gonna say this little bit. He was so scared that he wanted her to do that foul for what? What was it
He
gonna help?
panicked. Exactly.
Why did he panic? He been
I
panicking,
know. And they
and
still had a chance to
he
win.
didn't
They
start
didn't
getting
have to
off that.
foul.
He didn't start getting off that bench until some different things start popping off. Yeah,
Exactly.
we see our girl there, Lisa out there showing out, but it's more to it. Now you got the owner showing up.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? There's a difference when let me tell you, anybody ever I didn't work in the corporate world, but I've dealt with corporate people, and when they come down out of their castle to come see what's going on, it's some changes getting
Heads
ready to
gonna
come.
roll, as they say. Heads
Huh?
gonna roll.
Yeah, it's some
Some
changes gonna
firing's
come
gonna happen.
because it's not gonna matter who they trade or who they bring in. If that
They
marshmallow
can't
is
bring anybody in until they get the management situation. Nobody want
that's
to
what
come
I'm
here.
saying. You can't get anybody in, and then on
Kai
top,
said she didn't want to come back. Who else said that they didn't want to come back? Courtney said she didn't want to come back. Um, Gabby Williams, they love Angel. She said, I like playing with you. You cool, but I
hmm
can't. I'm not going to Chicago with you. So
well, they got too many people, and now it's like too many people speaking out, and that's man, it's just awesome. They got too many people speaking out. What you tried to do to Angel backfired, but it was a pattern. He started with Spoon, then Kennedy, then he was trying to aim at Angel, but it backfired when he tried to do Angel. So he couldn't even touch Camilla and Mick because they are attached to Spoon too. You know what I'm saying? Those were the ones that were attached to her. So his plan was to try to do that, but it backfired. And that's not something allegedly, that's something we saw. When you, let me tell you, Not just Marshmallow knowing this, but he also is aware of it because what would make someone throw their whole team under the bus? For what? If it's all good and you make great decisions, first you started with Angel and then you went to the whole team.
Well, he can't throw nobody under the bus because he the one picked the coach. You picked the player. Well, only coaches you didn't
He
pick was the
can't, but he
assistant.
did.
I
You see what I'm
know,
saying?
but
Hmm.
he picked Marshmallow or Whispers. He picked these role players who had no business starting. That's the point. That's the point I'm trying to make. They
Okay.
okay, but they're not starters. You got players that starters that wasn't starters on the other team they came from. So, and you
That
mix
was
it
done
in
on
with
purpose. That's what's so sad
that's
about
a
it. That
sin
was
like
done on purpose.
that's a sin like come on, the bad news bears. That's what I call. And they can win some games, but even if they win some games, I hate to say it, I know that you're the nurturer. But with this team, just
Who
forget
you
about
talking
it.
about? Look, I,
Uh-uh.
I nurturers believe in the truth. You know what I'm saying? I got to have a balance. I can't have someone like I can and I have, but with me being a nurturer, it's like I got to hear the truth too. Hey, Alicia, that's not right. You know what I'm saying? You know that's not right, but you still doing it, girl. And I'll be like, Miss D, I'll be like, yeah, I know I'm doing the wrong thing. I'll get it together. I'm honest. You know what I'm saying? But I have to have both. I have to have people nurturing and I have to have someone to tell me the truth and be bold about it. And you got to be willing to hear the truth. A lot of people don't want to hear the truth. You know what I'm saying? Or can't take the truth. I can take it. Lay it out on the table. I might come with something and I'm just, under protection mode. But then when I get back 9 times out of 10, you know that's you. You know you acting up. You know you doing this or whatever the case may be. It's a difference when people come at you for your best intent, and that is because they're bold, they're real, and they don't try to tear you down to build you up. You know what I'm saying? So it's a big difference with that. But
And you know
I
what?
with this team,
Mm,
um,
remember I
I
was
think
saying, go ahead. I'm sorry.
go ahead. What you say about me with this team? Because I can't.
So the owner, I said the owner don't care, but you know what? By you bringing in Lisa Leslie, I see that he listens to everybody. He's listening to the rumblings from the fans and the people on they watch, they know. And so I think he brought in Lisa Leslie. He know that he has to do better as owner. Because I felt like, okay, you just owning the
No,
team.
it's
You
not. It's money over people, Miss D. It's money
yeah,
over
but
people for
but
him. And
Jeff,
when you start messing with somebody, when I don't care, when you start
right,
messing with
right.
the head's money, oh,
Exactly.
he
You know
don't care.
why? Because as much as people like Angel, if they losing, the fans are not gonna come to see a losing team as much as they like Angel.
Hmm.
So they have to be a winner. So you see the people, the tickets are already sold, but a lot of fans are not coming to the game like they was at the beginning.
Yeah, and then you gotta look at too the same way they reaching out to them and saying they're acting up, they're reaching out to him too. And after so much you get tired. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You be like, okay, I'm gonna have to go. Let me just show my face. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm gonna do anything or whatever.
Well, he
Let me
better.
just show my face.
He
Because
better.
there comes a time where all these players are saying this certain thing. There comes a time where enough is enough. Are you trying? Because at one point I was like, is he trying to sabotage and sell the team? Because like Lady J brought that up. I said, Lady J, I said, what would I was asking, she was in the chat, and I was like, what would make someone do something like that? And she said, maybe to sell the team. Because what other reason would you allow this to keep happening? You can not like a person, but guess what? At the end of the day, you still gonna respect that person. You know what I'm saying? Whether you want to or not. But it's like, what are you gonna do? I mean, enough said. It starts with the head. If the head is not in order, to go along with everybody else, then we're in trouble, right? And so
Exactly.
it's like three people now that need some changes need to be. If you're not gonna do right, give it to somebody else that's gonna do right with this organization. Clean house. Come in and let them clean house because that's what it's gonna take. We need to clean house because it's trickling down to the GM to Marshmallow or whatever. and they're not doing what they're supposed to do. And it's bad when not just the fans see it, but everybody sees it in the league. And they're banking off making these accomplishments, achieving their goals on Chicago's time, on when they play the Chicago Sky. You know what I'm saying? And then you got them laughing at you at the presser. That stuff don't look good. And then I'm on, I don't have uh what you call it, what is it, Twitter or whatever it is. I'm on TikTok, and they got pictures going around, guys, of Marshmallow and Snake most wanted gone.
I ain't see that. I want to see
Oh my gosh, they had so many of those
that.
on TikTok or whatever and stuff. So everybody's making some noise. We just don't know what's going on, but some stuff is going on behind closed doors. And I believe change is coming. You know what I'm saying? Because if I see Angel break down one more time at a presser, guys, I ain't never flew before. I drive a plane. I get I get motion sickness on the boat,
Right.
but that'll be the first time I would catch a plane. And look, they'd be like, "Who's this crazy lady?"
Right.
Out here talking about she need to talk to her because she ain't taking it. You know what I'm saying? But we can't see Angel like that no more, guys. It you
Well,
know
they don't want to get to they don't want to get to the point where Angel have to go to the owner like, look, you have to change this got to stop. You got to bring in some players. You're wasting my years. Bring
Angel
in some
Angel
players.
not gonna do it like that.
She has
Angel
to,
not gonna do. She,
but they
well,
not they don't listen to nobody. She
what
know that she gotta use her power. She know I'm your money maker. You got to keep your money maker happy.
she got that power of prayer. Because if they didn't check with her on Teaspoon, I don't care who she goes
If
to.
she didn't exert her power, she can. If she wanted to. She could be a real jackbutt. Not real, but
They don't like we have to keep it real, Miss D. They don't respect Angel enough like that to do that. Angel
they
have
don't have
to.
no choice because all she had to do was kind of throw her weight around, and it's gonna get done. She not doing it, but she can. She wanted to.
We don't know, but see, behind closed doors, we don't know what she's doing. And Angel not a talker. She a be about it type of chick. She's not like a talker. Like, I'm getting ready to talk and bring everything out into light so everybody knows. That's not what I see in her character. And these Miss D, they know what's going on with Angel from the head to the bottom. They know. They're
Okay,
watching.
do she have to pull a Dewana Bonner? Oh, I'm sick. I'm personal. That's personal. I'm sorry. It's so personal. Uh-huh. This yeah, she got to do a Dewana Bonner on her.
Because I think that Angel house is already built around her. And what I mean by the blessings, the prayer warriors, the motivation of that type of atmosphere where she's dealing with her anything that she's going through, the foundation that she has, that mother, hands down. I'm just so proud of her mom to be a single parent and to be able to have both of your children playing basketball professional. We just gonna claim it. He gonna be starting
Oh
on the
yes,
late.
he is. And guess what? They always
But I
praise
like the way he's
LeVar
going through
Ball.
the training. I like the way he's going through the training. So you
Right.
don't just throw him in there and say, "Hey,
Oh
we
no,
want you to
no,
do this,
he
this, this,
no.
this, this." You know what I'm saying? It's a
But
blessing
they make
to.
her. They always talk about LeVar Ball, but they never talk about Angel Reese Senior. They never talk about how she's nurturing her kids. I mean, LeVar Ball did a great job. He said, "Oh,
Mhm.
my son's gonna play the NBA." He got 2 out of 3, so he doing pretty good. But yeah, we talk about Angel Reese Senior doing a great job. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And she and her grandparents. She was talking about her grandparents too, whatever too. So that's even a blessing to have the grandparents. The generation be around you and support you and what you're trying to do for your children because a mama can't do it all. You know what I'm saying? It takes a village. And when that village comes in, it's just a blessing. So she gets to see this, with her two children. Um, now, sorry guys. Now, imagine a mama, as moms, when our kids go through, we go through. We don't tell them everything, you know what I'm saying? But we could just pick up the vibes, we could feel it, and you know what I'm saying? So I'm quite sure she has some relief too, that she sees her daughter happy at this moment of not just her achievements, but she's happy for her brother. She's proud of her mom, or whatever. And just to see her finally have, just genuine tears, genuine happy tears of joy, because she dominated that game. Like, you can tell her nothing. The organization been doing this to players for 20 years. Oh, it's time to
Yeah,
regroup. It's
yeah.
time to clean house, political. Then it
Well,
is
you know
time.
what? Since you say that, he might have to sell the team. No, because it's not just Jeff. Then it's the owner,
Yeah, it
and
starts with the head. It
yeah.
always starts with the head and trickle down to the
Does he
rest.
change and just stay out the way and say, you know what, I want you to I'm gonna pick the right general manager that gonna bring in people that people respect. Because look at Sidney Johnson. He was right there, but you so mad at Teaspoon that you even look at Sidney Johnson as the head coach of the Sky. You let him walk, and you got Coach Whispers. So yeah,
But see, and see, he was a part of the teaspoon. Teaspoon knew what she was doing. You
right.
know
That's
what I'm
why he didn't
saying?
want her. That's why Jeff wanted to get rid of all the Teaspoon residue, as he said.
And it was the team for that last game on that floor. This was not coaching. This was the team finally giving her the ball. It's finally like, oh, I found you guys get it. You know what I'm saying? I want everybody to win. You finally get it where you want to give me the ball. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what Political said. Both Angel brothers are pro ballers, and her cousin, that's a balling family.
She got a cousin and some brothers, cousin in the NBA and brothers overseas, I think.
No, he came to the game. Wasn't that him? Um, Political, was that Angel's brother when it was a picture and she said family? He looked like them, so I don't know.
She got a boyfriend playing in the NBA, of course.
Huh? I ain't talking about Katie. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Don't come
Not
at no G.
KD, it's Wendell Carter. KD is
Huh?
like a brother. KD is like a brother to her.
I said no, I'm
That's
just messing.
family.
Political. I mean, not political, but I'm just messing with you, Miss D.
No, oh, no, no. Well, yeah, that's
You know,
family.
they was saying. I was just saying they were saying that, but she said she'll never let
Makes sense
people
because
know.
you know
Which
he.
I'm glad. I'm glad.
Yeah.
Keep your
Well, I
keep
can't talk, but
yourself
guess what?
quiet.
What's his name? Remember Drea Michelle? She plays. What does she do? She on a lot of reality TV show. Oh, she was on Love and Basketball. She was dating somebody, and now she date a 24-year-old. She 40 years old. She date a 24-year-old from the Houston Rockets. He got traded, Jalen Green.
I know you talking about like, the Miss D. Look, you know what? What's so crazy about that scenario? And I'm not saying that people should do that, but they allow men to do it all the time. But when a woman do it, it's a problem. You
Hey,
know what I'm
Keisha.
saying? And hey Keisha, I know you always eating grub late too, but I gotta make some shrimp tonight. I know I'm so late. Yeah, Drea Michelle. You know what? Men do it all the time, and I can say when in my days I always like dating older people. It always be like a 10-year gap, so it
I
can
can't
happen.
date nobody younger than me though. Like Angel's age, if I date a guy your Angel's age, no, that's like babysitting.
No, I'm just saying. I know I wouldn't look. I can't do that.
Right.
I
I
wouldn't
mean,
do
you
that.
can, but
But
you
I
you
don't
know,
know. To each his own. If
can
that's
you
what they
imagine? Look,
want
you
to
be the
do.
same age as his mom. Like, nah, that's not
I
good.
I I can't look. To each his own. You know what I'm saying? When you start getting in your 40s, you be like, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. But like you can't even tell. Like, us aging is different. We still look young. We're still.
Yeah, but guess what? You and his mom could be friends.
Oh yeah, we
I mean,
could.
that's kind of freaky. I'm sorry. No, 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 no.
No, what did L show me something, guys? What did um she didn't show me something. She posted something and I was like, Miss D, the person was Oh, okay. What's my boy name? He gave his testimony. He dates Jania. Oh gosh. He was on the pivot. Devontae. De-
Devontae,
and I watched the whole. I think it's Devontae
where he
where
play?
he
What team he play for?
Pelicans. He played with the Pelicans.
Oh,
Is he still?
Devontae Murray. He's
Yeah.
handsome. Yeah, he's very
He
handsome.
gave his testimony with the pivot. That's a good show to go on to for our brothers and our young men. Like that's a good show for them to go on to because they let them talk.
They
And
do.
oh my gosh, his testimony, not to get off subject, guys, but his testimony, you should go watch it.
I
And
saw it,
then
but I didn't get a chance.
oh, it's good. It's good. And the way that they were sitting up there nurturing him, these older men, generational guys, uplifting him and being there for him, that's what I would love to do with the players. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I
Coming on
told
my
you. I told you,
podcast.
Alexis Morris.
That's what I would love
You'd be
to do.
great. I'm serious. I'm not playing.
And that's what I saw. So, and L always says say ADP, you could do this because you like the mental and the nurturing type of stuff. But I would like to sit down with the players and let them speak. And every time, guys, when people come to me or I be in a any work environment, I kid you not, we had 20 teachers. They would find me just so they could get vent, talk about what was going on. I didn't judge and I didn't speak unless they asked me a question. But I
That's
always
good.
tell them, hey, you got to pray and check with God. I could say anything, or
Right.
whatever. But you have to, what I'm saying, for me, and whatever your motivation is, mine is God first over everything else. So for me, I would tell them, you know what I'm saying, hey, and if you don't have you don't push it on them. If they don't have a relationship with God or nothing like that, you still listen, you still have their back, you still be there for them. And if they can't see through your testimony and who you are, then what are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? And we
Facts.
all get different gifts. So I would love to sit down with the players like BG mentally she went through over there and what I'm saying in Russia or whatever. I would like to sit down with the Erica and the Skylar and listen to them as moms and have a career that man wants to put them in a box and say, hey, I want you to play ball for me, but you can't be no mother because this is what you're gonna get hit with. With some teams, not all teams, but with some teams of what they had to go through,
Well,
or whatever.
allegedly. I don't know if Becky did that or not. Allegedly.
No,
You think?
Skylar had receipts. That wasn't alleged. That was true.
No, it's about no, not Scott. I'm talking about the Erica. Because from what the Erica, what I'm hearing also is that they wash each other hands, which mean that the aces gave her
Okay,
some kind
we're
of
gonna we're gonna
perks.
say okay, Miss D, and for the world,
But what I'm
we're
about to say,
gonna
hold
say
on.
allegedly.
I was thinking about what you were saying, and remember
Yeah.
how when Teaspoon got fired and they was interviewing her, she said, "Well, whatever God has for me, I'm not gonna let them kill my joy." Basically, she
Mhm.
basically said, "I'm not gonna let you kill my joy."
Mhm.
But I want to give. Hold on, I'm sorry. I don't want to ignore the comments. So political said Sydney walked away. So I didn't know he walked away. I just thought that Jeff didn't even offer him that. So he walked away, which I
I
like
would have
Sydney.
too. I would have too. I would have too because they look. Teaspoon had them on her team for a reason. You think they don't didn't conversate? You think that he didn't feel like they did when she had his back? She had all the coaches back because she walked. She did faith over fear. Even though she heard say do this, she did the opposite. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly, but the actions do show or whatever. So why wouldn't I walk? My mental is much better. I'll be all right. Gotta find me something else. You know what I'm saying? And for me, guys, I was the one that everybody like, it would take me 20 times. It would take a whole bunch of times for me to get to that point. But after Caden Bear and what I went through, Misty,
Yeah, I hear you.
you know what I'm saying? You you become more of a fighter. You know what I'm saying? And so like for him, if my homegirl leaving, because I seen how you did her, what makes me think that you ain't gonna do me the same way? I ain't got time to play with that and figure out you playing with my job and my mental, threaten me or whatever the case may be. I'm just saying, So he
Yeah.
probably felt like, okay, let me go ahead and
And
nip
maybe
it
he
in the
saw
bud.
Jeff personality. Jeff come off as a very um arrogant, very he seemed like he cut you off short, like you try to say something. It's like he kind of cut you off a short, those type of people where they don't let you get your word in. And so maybe he has some flaws, character flaws, that Sydney like, you know what, I'm walking away.
Political said, I believe Sydney knew something. They hooked him up with the number 3 pick.
Yeah, Jeff no don't know what he doing. And that every time I look at that, every time I look at Sawyer Citron, I'm like,
Hey,
why,
BD. Um, I think some things were done. I allegedly believe
hey
some
BB,
things were done on purpose, um, to
why would he
sound.
sabotage? Why would he
I
sabotage
think
Angel?
some
That don't make sense. I mean, I'm
because
just saying that
let me tell you
you
something. When you
jealous.
have a remarkable, yeah, you have a remarkable. Sorry, guys, remarkable, strong black young lady representing unapologetic, being her, speak her truth. Some people feel threatened by that. They don't like it. We know that. They don't like it. The world doesn't like it. When you're black and you're confident, you believe in yourself, you know what I'm saying? You're not bound down to what man say, and you're not bound down to what the world say. Because I always tell my kids, if you allow this world to dictate who you are, you're not gonna have a winning season. You know what I'm saying? And so even with my daughter, you know what I'm saying, we have to tell our kids too, like, you gotta believe in you. You gotta stand 10 toes down. You know what I'm saying? Because for you as a young black woman, you already know what it's saying across the board, what they think or whatever. But
Right, we see
because
that video. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, what does Rita say? It does make sense that he will sabotage Angel. Yeah, sabotage makes plenty of sense if the payout is right. I know that's right because at the end of the day they're saying, money over people. They don't care how you feel. They don't care nothing about that. They think about them dollars. You can come, and she could go to them, you know what I'm saying, and they will listen. They will say one thing and then they'll turn around and do something, could do something else. You know what I'm saying? We just don't know. But I wouldn't want her to be put in a situation when she's already dealing with the constant hate and the constant trials and tribulations coming from the hate, to have to go through some more hate or some more trying to play me type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? She's dealing with that enough. Let her enjoy her career. I know, yes, life is not perfect. We are going to go through stuff, but let her breathe. If a person doesn't get air, what happens, guys? She needs to continue to get her air. She needs to breathe. I'm so glad that she dominated in this last game. I think that was what she needed because we don't know someone's breaking point. We don't know when well, we can do an eye test and we can see to the point where you like, okay, now for me, I'm feeling like, okay, I hope she's gonna be okay. You know what I'm saying? Mentally, I hope she's all right, and stuff like that. And you just got to continue to uplift her. You got to continue to pray for her. You got to continue to critique her. This is what I love about this community. Like, they critique out of love. They critique out of knowing as people and parents of sports or having kids in sports, to lift her up. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's watching. This stuff is getting back to these players. They're watching. They need this encouragement, especially like going through sorry, Miss D, and dealing with the changes that are getting ready to happen with this CBA. Reddit said, yeah, I'm tired of people saying Angel is tough. They say that when we are concerned about her mental health. Yeah, look, it's not normal. And you can do that. I'm not telling people how to talk and how to do stuff. But when a person is going through stuff and you say they're tough, the same way you think you're tough and you have people surrounding you to uplift you up, why wouldn't you want that for her? Why you wouldn't want her to have a breather? You could be the toughest person and still need prayer and still need uplifting. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to stop using, like, we know they have strength. We know they tough. That's a difference. We're not talking about the game, Angel being in her head and all that good stuff. We're talking about Angel's mental. How did she rise through it? You know what I'm saying? How did she continue to rise through it? She got her surroundings, because the average person, it's like people, they want what you have, but they're not willing to go through the trials and tribulations to get there. They have no idea what you went through to get there. You know what I'm saying?
But why does she have to be tough? Why do you always have to be tough all the time? Why can't you just have be smooth? Why do people have to put certain issues? I mean, their insecurities on her. Why do that? Why can't she just be a normal 23-year-old for just playing basketball? But every time she do something, you compare her to Caitlin Clark, and they not joining. I know everybody want that. Well, the commissioner's talking about some Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, but that's over with. She her
You know what's
own,
what
you know.
and let's roll back to that. Let's roll back to Kathy. Okay? Let's roll it back. You can get up here and you can introduce all these teams, but when Angel needed you to speak up for her, I don't care if it's true. I don't care. And when you got more than one person saying the same thing, something's wrong with that ship. But you can come up here and you can say, "Oh, guess what, guys? We're getting three more teams." Okay, like we didn't know that was going to happen eventually. Okay, that's nice. That's great. You know what I'm saying? But protect your players. Stop making t-shirts. Stop avoiding the questions last year when you had the chance, you had the open mic and you closed it up going around in circles. I said, "Way to go to avoid a question." You know, like, I don't want to hear that. I want to hear protect these players. These players are crying out. Did you got? It's not just Angel gets the most I've seen from what I've seen, far as the hate and all the drama and all this kind of stuff. You also got Plum go through stuff, man. Buckets go through stuff. You got so many players that deal with this type of stuff. Diana, look it up, guys. When it comes to mental health, players talking about the mental health in the WNBA, you can't even imagine. It was so many numbers. I was like, I'm not gonna be able to cover all of them in one setting. I'm gonna have to split them up, you know, or whatever. But is this league gonna put these players on their back and protect them? Because I don't want to hear if anything happened to one of these players where they say, "Okay, today I'm feeling good, tomorrow I don't want to be here." You just don't know. What are you going to say? Because that's blood on your hands, because you did nothing to protect these players. You could write a journal, a long story, look, a novel. I don't care. Protect these players. But I know it's money over people. You know what I'm saying? Anytime you deal with working in different companies or working for people, you can see it. I seen it when I left pre-K and COVID hit. I wanted to come home to my kids, guys, and they were allowing those kids to come sick. And I walked out twice. To the third time, I said, "I'm getting ready to retire." And but the thing about it was they respected me because it's the way you carry yourself. You don't take it. You stand up for yourself one time, stand up to yourself one time. It's gonna feel so good. You know what I'm saying? That you'll start doing that with other people. It's gonna take that one, and then that's it. You good after that. It might take a couple more, but or whatever. Even HBL had to seek therapy after LSU versus Iowa game. Yeah, she did. She did. Like it's no joke out here. I just feel so like I'm sorry guys, but this season right here, and like you said, political, they're going through the CBA and all that stuff. I just feel like more I feel more sad for the players because I could tell it's not just, I know Angel gets the most, but it's like an overall atmosphere of this going on with the players. You got players
Yes,
being
every
you got
player is
players
getting it
being
because
dropped.
everybody jealous of Caitlyn, according to the people out on the outside. Everybody's jealous of her. Like really?
Hmm.
That's like yeah, and they had to deal with that. Then they had to deal with the CBA that political Lil was talking about. Yeah, they had to do something about the money. They got to do something about players in and out the league. Like you have players that keep getting
Getting
uh
dropped and waived
yeah,
and all this kind of stuff.
exactly.
Like, gosh,
They
it's
bring
just
you in and they know they're gonna it's rough. They bring you in, they know they're gonna have to waive you because they can't afford, so they need more roster spots. They need more they just need more guarantees. So yeah.
and then you're making these trades, you're doing all this stuff, but that's not guaranteed that that same player is going to play for your team like that. This is where it comes to I don't either. Some they're getting ready to shake some stuff up. They're getting ready to shake some stuff up as they should. Enough is enough. And when they start, we start. We start supporting them. You know, what do when anything go down? They either boycott, they either have a march. We can march on YouTube streets. You know what I'm saying? We have to stand 10 toes down for a basketball that we love so much, for the players that we love, for the players we respect. We have to stand up for them. You know what I'm saying? And it could be a kind word. A kind word could save somebody's life, guys. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to these players, since they watching. You know what I'm saying? They're watching everything. They're watching the YouTube streets or whatever. It could be one day they having a bad day. They come to your show, and they hear something positive, and it outweighs their negative of what they was thinking. You might not like a person, and even if you don't like them, you know what you do? You kill them with kindness. It's tough, but you can do it. The biggest problem with the CBA is that it's three owners. NBA got 42%. WNBA only owns 42%. Private investors 16%. No one wants to give up their percentage. Dang, they so greedy. What you think about that, Ms. D?
You know, they're gonna have to if y'all want to league. And then also the revenue from the merchandise. They're not getting that. So that's what they fighting for as well. So yeah, they gonna have to give up something. They come on now. They need to go up to what take their about 30%, 30 some percent. Yeah.
And are we able to, guys, are we able to look into that to see what the players are asking for with that CBA? You see that, Miss D? Political said the NBA splits revenues with their players 50-50.
They should do that with the ladies.
We always had to fight, guys. I'm just saying, all our life. Ida B. Wells, where you at? I'm just saying, I'm taking it back to history. That's an educator thing right there. I'm just saying, we've always had to fight. I mean, I know other people had to fight too, but good gracious, bought a fight. We've always had to. We had people to pave the road to fight, and we still fighting. I Love the sport. I love women basketball. I love women basketball, volleyball, a lot of sports. But WNBA with Angel coming in there has really just changed my mind to actually watch it. As in before, I wasn't watching it. I just knew the players and I knew like what they were about. But when Angel came, I started learning, and that was part of me like being able to be on the Case Out community because I'm learning from all of their channels. And a lot of times I'll say nothing and I'll be nurturing the chat, but I'll be taking notes, with my note cards on far as, the stats and what's going on because you're not going to know everything going on. So it's good to learn. Not every time do you have to, what I'm saying, make a comment on stuff. You're constantly learning in the chat. So might be like, good to know. I didn't know that. Learning stuff, or I ask questions and stuff so you can know, and then you go research it. I always go like and research certain things too. Yeah, they have an articles about the ongoing negotiations. E-Will statement indicates negotiations are not going well. Yeah, it did. Because it threw us for a loop. But then when L brought up why, I was like, okay, that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? But before, I was like, okay, this is a presser, right? Like for talk about the game. But okay, I understand. I understand very well why she did it because it was explained. See, that's the thing about having all of us join together. We can help others who don't understand, and break it down like political. I didn't know all of the percentage and how it's broken down, but now I know. You know what I'm saying? I could take that with me, or whatever, and carry it on to some more knowledge I continue to learn or whatever and stuff. So Miss D, what is your final thoughts? What do you think from moving forward? We have a game on Saturday, so what do you think moving forward? We can do as fans to help Angel, and do you think now that she's found her way and we know she's gonna be unstoppable. We know that. Um, do you think because she's taking more shots, whether they going in or not, she's starting to take more shots. So, um, what do you think far as her moving forward, far as her mental state, far as being a fan of hers, what we can do, and do you think like political said, what's your overall view of what's going on in the WNBA, as far as the CBA and stuff? Do you think it's going to change? Do you think it's going to work out, or do you think we're not going to see a season where players play? Because it's not just E. Will speaking up. You got Feast saying stuff. He been saying stuff since last year, and then they was talking on Angel's show. Was that I think that was her and Dejanay that time talking about it too. So what are your final thoughts?
Well, my final thoughts is NECA Abumake is the player's rep, and is she the right person? She's a sweet person, but is she a company player, which means that she's going to side with the league? They need somebody to speak up a little bit more. Um, if they don't change, there might be a strike for what might not be another season next year. And I don't understand how the WNBA didn't learn from Unrivaled and how much success they had, and
Oh
how to
my
treat your
gosh.
players, and
Yeah.
how to take care of your players, become innovative of how you could play the players.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't understand. They need to take some things from the Unrivaled and put it in WNBA. And also, if they get on, like I said, they get on NECA case because she comes off as a company girl. And so that's my points on that. So hopefully they can get the merchandise. They need more teams. Of course, they got that. They need more roster spots. They
And I
need
think
to
and
go
Big
ahead.
Girl. Sorry, Miss D.
Go
Just
ahead.
one thing. What about? I think Big Girl said something about the health insurance or something.
Yep. Health
Okay.
insurance. They need to continue to do things for the ladies that having a baby, have them have some protections.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, make sure that they get the percentage that they, since you said that the league is growing, make sure their money is growing with the league. Making
Right.
sure that they, you know, this is not the, this is not 97, this is not even 2007, this ain't even 2017. This is 2025, getting ready to be 2026 soon. And so to make sure they get the percentage of the money, if the NBA players are getting 50-50 in merchandise, they should get the same thing. Make sure, I don't like what's going on with the a lot of players, I hate to say this, need to either go overseas or play somewhere else. They don't belong in the WNBA, and that's the Sky problem. The Sky problem. Look, it's gonna be rough. I thought they was gonna win the first game. They didn't. The Sky. Um, they might win two or three more games, but they not going anywhere. Not with this team. You have 20 players that either need to just go home or just play a supporting role. And they got 20 players on that team, on the Sky team, that's on the star position. So we just have to uplift Angel because it's not going to get better on the floor necessarily, and make sure that she know that she's still loved by the fans. It's gonna get rough. I
Yeah.
like her, Camilla, and Errol Atkins, but past that, no. So they really have to do an overhaul. Everybody, it's a complete overhaul after this year. So that's my final take. Just keep uplifting Angel, and hopefully Angel can be as happy as she can be. Far as the season's kind of like up and down. She's gonna do what she's gonna do, but I don't trust Jeff and especially Coach Whispers. You can't make lemonade out of these lemons. So, there's a bunch of lemons on the team. So you ain't gonna have enough lemonade. I mean lemons to make lemonade with this. You can't turn water to wine. you can't you can't make this you can't make this sour sweet. So so yeah, just keep uplifting Angel, and that's all I have to say about that. And good night. No.
Political said that NECA let the NBA help her do the last CBA, and the players got low ball with these revenue required milestones before splits. It's a bad CBA.
See? Yeah, NECA, come on, NECA. It's time for a new president. And I wonder who could be a good president. Got to be a current player. Who you think will be a good president besides NECA? That got a voice. Fee,
We need a dog
Angel,
in there. We need a dog in there. We
Fee,
need some,
Angel.
and we need a. When I say we need a dog in there, we need someone that understands the best of both worlds. You know what I mean? We can't have someone in there mixed feelings and one sided type of person. It has to be someone who knows both sides. You know what I'm saying?
She
So
does
that
a great job. That's why I said Fee should do it. She does a great job with unrivaled. She know how to market pretty good, as we see. Stewie, Fee or Stewie.
we it can't be no goody goody. It's
No,
gonna have to be.
they not goody goody.
It's gonna okay.
NECA
Put
is a
it
goody
like this,
goody.
Miss D. It's gonna have to be a rough rider. I don't know. I think it is
Khalil said Dejanay.
Asia. Lady J said Asia. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that
like
sounds good. Yeah, I
yeah,
like Asia too, Lady J. And I
and
like
Asia and even
and I
Asia
like
dealing with a
Dejanay
lot of stuff.
Khalil.
Huh? You said Dejanay. You want Dejanay? Miss D.
That's what Political Lil said. I said that sounds pretty good too. I'm
Oh,
trying to think.
she said the lead scatter feet. Stewie and Fee.
Well, how about Skylar? She the same on the same team, but she has a fire that Nneka don't have. What about Skylar?
She does, and she Skylar has the fire in her, and she also has another side to her
She's
that's
very smart. Yeah,
misunderstood, or whatever. So she kind of fights. You ever had the feisty friends? You be like, okay, you go to the restaurant, they mess up your stuff, you ain't even gotta say nothing because they gonna take over and handle that. She's seemed like that type of person or whatever. I think that because of she's smart, she's brilliant. Skylar is talented, and she a feisty. Meisty, is that what? or whatever. So I think that she would be good because I think Tyler understands the best of both worlds. It has to be a dog in there. It has to be somebody like a ride or die. Okay,
The
you
league is
know.
scared of Stewie and Fee. That's why I want them.
Oh, you said, oh, you want Stu and Fee? But yeah, I don't know what's gonna go on next year, guys. Just let us do Unrivaled because I'm so
That would do
excited
good
already.
also. Political Leo.
Huh? What you say? What you say about Skylar?
She said Skylar will
Skylar
be
was
good.
good also.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know. Um, I'm just trying to get to Unrivaled, guys. Let them not mess up Unrivaled because
Yeah.
you know.
I still gotta give me a Rolls jersey. I like the Rolls. Oh, I
So,
like all of
and
them.
I'm
Well,
curious,
that's
are
one
they making
basketball.
more unrivaled teams for next year? I'm curious to know if they're going to make more unrivaled teams with.
Because I think a lot of players not coming back. Maybe they should play some of the who. Let me see who I want to see.
If they don't come back, that's on. If they don't come back, that's on them. I
I want to
wonder
see
if
Kiki. I want to see
is
Sun
Camilla going to stay?
Citron. I want to see who new people Paige. She already got a stake in there. I want to see Paige. Of course, we're gonna
Well,
see her,
Kiki's going to probably be in
and
there,
Paige gonna be there too. And who else? Um,
but they do need backup players. So Kiki would be good with us on the Rose. Let me see
yes,
who
they
else.
should do four regions of Unrivaled, like they do. Like you see how the Big Three did. The Big Three went to cities. You know what is that? The Big Three got cities now. They're more than just teams.
But didn't the owner say something like that? Didn't she say something like that for Unrivaled?
I
Um,
hope so.
at the
I
end of
think
the
they should be
season.
more than Miami. Yeah, yeah, they should traveling. Yeah,
I think
and you know what else? Political Lil and ADP. You know what else they should do? They
what?
should merge, not merge, but the unrivaled league should play against the players, the AAU players, the other league. You think so?
I mean, hey,
The league that
let me tell you
kind of
something.
ran by not ran, but kind of the leader, and that's Sydney Colson.
Well,
They should
when
play,
you
show.
have, I think that's great, Miss D, because when you start the beginning of something, and anytime with a business, you have to do your add-ons. You can't just keep everything the same. It has to be some type of add-on, some flavor added to it. That's just like relationship. You got to add flavor. You got to keep adding that flavor in there.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying? Each year, change it up, whatever. You know
yes.
what I'm saying? So I would not knock that idea. I think that that would be great. I see Unrivaled doing different things to make it better. I don't see them just sitting at 1 year. Hey, we were great, and just leave
Well,
it
they're gonna
there.
change a lot of players. It's gonna be a lot of player change. There's gonna be some people that come back, but I think it's gonna be some people that come, some new people that I want to see. Like I said, Kiki and Sonya and some of the other
Yeah, if
rookies.
look, if the
Yeah,
players don't want to come back, and the way they were paying them and the way they treated them, that's gonna be a
right.
their loss. They're gonna be wanting to come back, and then they ain't gonna have
Well,
no
there's some
spot.
players I don't think that should come back. To me, I like Brittany Griner, but she that some players was not meant for the 3-on-3 type
Hey,
thing.
leave BJ
No,
alone.
no, it's a fact.
Why
You gotta
why
play
you had to
fast.
throw BG out there like that, Miss D?
You gotta
Now
play fast pace, and sometimes she looked like she
BG
just
don't look. She don't
come
have
on.
to. She don't have to play
Yes, she
fast
do.
pace. She
This
don't
is
want to, Miss D.
yes. This is
All she
like
got to do is
fast. She
hold that
couldn't
hand
move.
up like that, Miss D. That's all she got to do. Okay, I see how you is, Miss D. Miss D, you
Yep.
gonna stay on that side and on rival, okay? Messing with BG. Leave BG
Athletes
alone.
Unlimited. That's what I was thinking about. They should play them.
Oh,
Rival
that
should
would be
play the
not
other
that would be
league.
nice.
Yeah, just
If
have
they
a
did
like
it.
a it merge together a little bit. Like at the end when they play the 1-on-one, how the Athletes Unlimited play.
Hmm.
Yeah,
So, and I also wonder, do you think Miller gonna, well, they pay her more to go overseas though.
I think
So
she should do it. I
you
want
think
to
she
see
gonna
her
do
do
a
that.
rival
What
next
happened
year?
was the Olympics. Remember she was on the Olympic. Remember that was Olympic year. I want to see Asia. I mean, I want to see Asia. Mm-hmm.
Well, it depends. You know what I'm saying? Like Asia to me, like this year, it seemed like it's a lot. She has a lot going on too.
You
Like,
know what happened? She was
you know,
tired. She
yeah, she's
that year was
overwhelmed.
Olympic year, and she played. She really was the player that willed the USA to the championship. I mean, to the gold. She was tired.
Yeah, y'all know that they got
Yeah,
another pro league
yeah, they
upshot coming
should.
online 2026.
That should be another. That should be.
Good,
I like that.
good.
It
We
should
need
be.
we need as much as possible because I that's
Cause
what
sometimes, let me say this. It's gonna sound controversial. See, I'm a big basketball fan. Um, what am I gonna say? ABL a lot of times played better basketball than the WNBA when they was like 2 years in. I mean, when they had like 2 or 3 years, I think they played better basketball.
mm,
And their Houston Rocket, I mean Houston Comets team was the Columbus. What was they? It was Columbus something, and they was always winning the championship.
yeah.
Khalil, you probably know the team. Columbus, what? What was that? The Columbus. Hey, AB. Yeah, what was the team? Columbus Quest. The Columbus Quest. They was the Houston Comets of the ABL. Could never beat them.
Well, you know, we'll y'all talking. Y'all know when the YouTube streets talk, they be watching this. Things be happening. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? They be taking our ideas and stuff and clips and doing all kinds of stuff. And when you start bringing out these ideas, they be watching and make it seem like it was theirs. But hopefully they listen or whatever, because I think that'll be great. I think that Unrivaled is on to bigger and better things. I think that it was great for the first season. And the CBA is coming. We're gonna have to look. We're gonna have to go through the motions and deal with that or whatever. And then this season, we got up until September. What September is it? September? I might be off. I want to say September 17th, but I could be off.
Yep. We do.
Yeah, they do political. They got YouTube snatchers bad in these streets. Like, and they don't even have to do that. You know what I'm saying? But they do it anyway. But you know what? They can't do it like the originals.
Nope.
So, huh?
I said nope. They can't.
Not for the original people. Look, we just speaking from the heart and stuff in these YouTube streets and stuff and breaking stuff. You got the community is connected where you got KSAP KSAP now breaking it down. You got Miss D coming up there breaking it down. You got Tulip Play with her video designs or whatever. I think guys, please like and share to political. I'm not political. Sorry. Tulip Plays channel because it's unique. I like
It is.
I like graphics. I like graphics. I like little shorts or whatever that are just different, you know. So I think that you guys should support her channel as well. Continue. Look, we got Miss D's channel. We have L LKL Media. We got her channel. We have Brooklyn's channel. We have Key and B. We have Broke Lodge channels. We got Keisha channels. And then we had the nerve to ask Keisha to do another channel on some sports. But I know she was like, what in the world? And then her and Elle is cooking up something in the kitchen. That pot is getting big.
I'm
So,
sorry, AB, that you didn't get your team. Yeah, that Houston should have been the
oh, she
first
said
team.
upset Houston. Yeah, somebody else mentioned that in Keisha's chat. And then I saw on TikTok too where they were saying something about Houston and stuff. Just wait on the AB. You don't know. She don't even know. She out there talking about these teams. She don't even know. It's gonna probably be some more added to it. We just gotta wait and see and trust the process. You're gonna get your team. Watch what I tell you because they got to figure out something for these players coming out of college, and then y'all guaranteeing them they got spots and all this kind of stuff, and some could have stayed and just came out in a different year, or whatever the case may be. But we're going by what you told me, and then you change the game up. So don't worry about it. Houston coming back in all due time, you know. Okay, Miss D, so you summed it up, girl. You did your
Yeah.
thing. You know, Miss D guy, she a little more hardcore than me, you know, or whatever. I think I think everybody, Keisha Brokely, and Brokely is the woman protector. I think
Yeah.
Keisha L and and K South and Brooklyn, they ain't coming to play. You know what I'm saying?
No, you know what? Who I want to see? I know it's gonna sound crazy, even though I probably drive him crazy. Duvall. I want to see him
Oh
versus him.
yeah, I'm
He
sorry,
be saying some stuff
Duvall.
like
I'm
Duvall,
so
like
sorry.
really?
Duvall, I asked him if he had some socials. He said no, he didn't have any. Like, you know, he got his, you know, you got your Twitter and you got your TikTok and stuff like that and stuff, or whatever. I think, you know, when the time is ready and when he's comfortable, we'll probably see, you know, him have a YouTube channel if that's what he wants. He know he has the community that will support it. You know, when you have these channels, guys, it's no joke. It's hard work behind the scenes. I
Yeah.
have, for the month of July, my daughter's birthday today. Mine is the 17th, and we have to move at the end of this month. So, like, and I have clients that I'm doing work for, you know, art pieces for and stuff like that, or whatever the case may be. In between all of this, and taking little Kason, he's 7, taking him to OT and speech. Just got that changed with a great time where we don't have to get home at 5:30 on Tuesdays anymore. We'll probably get back about 3:30. So it's a lot going on. So I have to a lot of times be on D block, or whatever. And if I'm up early on it, I'll do it. And then I'm doing other stuff behind the scenes. So, but you got to put in the work. You can't have the faith and not put in the work when it comes to. I got my art business. You know what I'm saying? Um, Doing the podcast. At first, guys, I was scared. I was nervous. I didn't think I could do it. I want to throw in the towel. And then, you know, when KSEP taught me, did my stream yard or whatever, and took me through everything, and then the support that I got from, you know, Elle and Big Girl and Donna and all you guys or whatever behind closed doors, you know, the encouragement or whatever, it was great to have me to keep going. And I'm not a give up type of person, but I do be wanting to throw in the towel on certain things. But I'm just a fighter. I didn't know that I got this much fight in me until I went through something dramatic, you know, real dramatic. I got testimonies through my life, but losing Caden Bear in my arms like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, and to be up here able to do a podcast after that, even though it's seven years in, my Kason doesn't have his twin. I understand. I don't blame God for that. It's a blessing to be here, to do this chat, to do my art, my paintings, you name it, I got it. He just it now is the season where it's happening suddenly, where he's pulling it out. And I had stopped painting for a while. I'm doing that. I'm posting all my artwork. I'm posting my Shopify account or whatever the case may be. Now it's like, okay, I need you to put in the work, because if I gave you the business, I'm gonna give you the clients. You know what I'm saying? And he's been doing that more for me. And I just thank you guys for taking out your time of to listen to me and Miss D up here. And we're gonna continue to bring the noise and stuff. She's gonna be the hardcore parent. I'm gonna be the nurturing up here. I forgot what she called me, but she got a name for me. And we're gonna continue to lift everybody up. If you have a channel, I'll be checking you out. Political, I know Big Girl said you're doing something on the channel with somebody sometimes or whatever. So I'll be checking you out too, because I believe in supporting people, no matter what. Yeah, it's plenty of work. You work hard. People don't see the behind the scenes, and you still have other stuff to maintain and do. Like Keisha Chanel was saying earlier, they have jobs. Brooklyn has jobs. What you know what I'm saying? When you have a business, you're promoting, you're straight up hustling behind the scenes. The hard work, the blood, what is it? The blood, sweat, and tears. People don't see all that, you know what I'm saying? Or the artist block. But we will continue to bring you guys more content on the players, more content on the game. You know, it might be some artwork stuff in there. I was gonna do this, but my son said I would set myself up. My 17-year-old, I was gonna do because anything art related I love. So I was gonna do a live on Marvel versus DC, but he said don't touch it. It's too deep. So I'm not gonna touch it because it's too deep. We'll be probably talking about a whole week on that subject, right? But I want you guys to have a great night. Thank you, Miss D, for coming up here, enjoying yourself. Guys, please subscribe to Miss D's channel. Miss D, you put your channel in the chat. Subscribe to Miss D's channel. Guys, if you want to donate, the Cash App and Venmo is up there. Donate me a like and a sub. Whatever you want to donate, you can do that. And love you guys. Have a good night. Have a great week. And I'll see you in the other chats. Okay? Bye, Miss D.